Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Caprill. Hey, given how volatile markets have been this year, I feel like I'm obligated to discuss market volatility with you every single month. It's kind of be like going to church. You're going to hear a similar message from me, but that's for a reason. I've often been asked, what is the real value of a financial advisor? There's a study Vanguard put out recently that said an advisor is worth an extra 3% a year, which I know some of you are going to be thinking, huh? This year when I'm down maybe 20, the advisor is worth 3. Well, hear me out. No one can tell you in advance what markets are going to go up and what markets are going to go down. Where a good advisor can protect you is to discourage you from doing any type of selective stock picking or market timing, which can ultimately hurt your portfolio. But in truth, I think where a good advisor comes in is forcing you to be calm when you don't want to be. I mean, let's face it. You get a statement, it shows you're down 20%. You have every right not to be calm. Unfortunately, though, you could be motivated to make decisions that could hurt you. It's only natural sometimes to think, well, I'm down 20%. Let me just sell and I'll get back in when it goes back up. But that's not really logical because one, you're never going to know when it goes back up. And if you go in after it goes back up, well, guess what? You just suffered pain and you didn't get any reward for it. We need to understand that higher rates of return come at a cost. And the cost is that they don't come linear. And I know how hard it is to watch your net worth go down. And that's why when someone's net worth goes down, what I try to do is point out to them whether or not they're going to suffer from that. Usually they don't. Usually you can still have the retirement that you always wanted because why? Well, we factored in the negative year. Now, if you're not certain about that, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to run the numbers for you and we can see if you've been impacted. But for the most part, it is a number on a piece of paper. Last month, it seemed like it was going down every single day. Now it seems like it's going up every single day. Markets are going to do what they do. And even though I realize that news drives the process, don't be surprised if sometimes bad news actually can cause markets to go up. Why? Well, because the investors were anticipating the news to be even worse. And I think that's what you're going to see this year. There's been so much doom and gloom that it's natural for people to want to sell. And then we start getting earnings reports and we start to realize, you know what? Things really aren't as bad. We certainly saw it with COVID. When COVID hit, markets plummeted. And then what happened? They finished up for the year because the world didn't end. So a good advisor, hopefully you view me as one, is somebody whose job is to keep you focused, keep you disciplined when you don't want to be. It's kind of like when you have the personal trainer and you're pumping the iron and you want to quit so bad and the trainer's motivating you, saying, no, you got one more in you. Come on, you got one more in you. It's the same thing. All right. So if you find yourself as you're looking at the news, and you know what I say, just watch it once a day. Or if you find yourself when you get in your statements getting worried, that's why I'm here. Let's talk through this. Let's see if it's a rational concern. At the end of the day, you're the boss, but my job is to try to give you a perspective. Not the first bear market I've been to, not going to be the last. So it's really important that we keep things in proper perspective. I know sometimes people will say to me, well, I don't have enough time for the market to recover. We don't need it to recover fully, but chances are you have more time than you realize. If we study the history of markets, we've seen that declines have never been permanent. You know, it's like somebody I know once says, he goes, look, I don't know what the next down 20% moment's going to be, but I do know when the next 100% moment is going to be plus 100%. And that's going to be in the future. Why? Because it's been doubling since the beginning of time. So you have to keep logical about this. But if you're concerned that because of the decline, you could run out of money prematurely, let's get on the phone. Let's talk. Let's see if there's adjustments that need to be made. I may ask you to spend less, or I may be able to tell you you're going to be just fine. All right. Remember this, keep focused, stay logical. And whenever I can help you, please reach out. Have a great day.